What's up everybody, I am Brandon, and we got a buttload of Pokemon news to talk about today. So pretty much out of the blue yesterday, Game Freak dropped the new mainline Pokemon games, Scarlet and Violet, on us. It was Pokemon Day yesterday, and they did have a Pokemon Present, so we did expect something to be there, but obviously we don't normally get big game announcements on a Sunday morning, so that was kind of neat. Anyway, this game looks to be going the whole extra mile on that whole open world thing that Arceus was doing. There is a lot to go over here as far as the trailer and all the new mechanics go, so let's get into all that and more on another episode of Game Corner. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what I do, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and I'll stop wasting your time. So like I said, for Pokemon Day at the Pokemon Presents yesterday, we got the announcement for the next mainline Pokemon games, Scarlet and Violet. And apparently these games are coming out at the end of the year, which is pretty crazy considering that Arceus literally came out like a month ago. Per usual, the game comes in two different flavors. Of course, we got our Scarlet and our Violet. I was kind of curious if they were gonna stop doing this after Arceus came out, but it turns out that Game Freak likes money. So obviously the big thing with this game is that they're kind of taking that open world thing to the whole other level. They're kind of building on what they had done with Arceus already. They got a whole fancy website up for the game already, and the description for it says, the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games, the newest chapters in the Pokemon series, are coming to Nintendo Switch later this year. With these new titles, the Pokemon series takes a new evolutionary step, allowing you to explore freely in a richly expressed open world. Various towns blend seamlessly into the wilderness with no borders. You'll be able to see the Pokemon of this region in the skies, in the seas, in the forests, on the streets, all over. You'll be able to experience the true joy of the Pokemon series, battling against wild Pokemon in order to catch them, now in an open world game that players of any age can enjoy. Obviously they go around in circles a little bit here, but the idea is that it's a seamless open world. They're kind of building on what Arceus had already done. Obviously in Arceus you had different zones that were open, and you kind of had to travel from the village to those zones and travel back to the village to go to a different one. From the looks of the trailer, this is just a sprawling world. You just go from one place to the other, no loading screens needed. And I mean, I gotta say, this is like a dream come true as someone who is an absolutely huge Pokemon fan. This is something I've always wanted out of the series. And obviously Arceus is really fantastic. I absolutely enjoy that game, and it's cool that we kind of got a little taste of that before we're getting this next mainline series. But they really seem to be going all out with this next game, and I really love just how all the Pokemon are, out and about in the streets, and kind of how they're interacting with the NPCs and the world around them. For instance, it was really cool to see like some Swablu fly in and perch on like a little wire and, I don't know, just hang out. It's just neat to see stuff like that. I'm really hoping that they just stack the world with these moments where you kind of just get to, see Pokemon doing their thing and living their lives. I don't know, I'm into that. As you can see, this open world is inspired heavily by Spain. We got lots of colors, kind of a tropical attitude going on, lots of bright buildings, and I love when they show these big open sprawling shots of like the forest and stuff, and you kind of see little Pokemon centers peppered throughout there. It reminds me a lot of like in the Pokemon anime series when Ash and crew would stumble upon some cabin in the woods that's a Pokemon center, and then get into some trouble or an adventure out there. So yeah, this just really seems like the full realization of what they kind of started in Arceus, and I'm really excited to see how this all pulls together. Hopefully they come through and make something really special here. I definitely think Arceus went the extra mile, especially when it came to gameplay and kind of showing us what they can do with an open world Pokemon. But obviously there was a lot to be desired when it came to like interacting with NPCs and kind of having those Pokemon interact with the world around you and the other NPCs in the game. So I definitely think this is kind of that next level we've all been waiting to see. We haven't heard if they'd have anything like mega evolutions or anything like that yet. I think it'd be great to kind of just go straight back to those roots with no fringe, no weirdness, just Pokemon. This game looks surprisingly far in development too. They said that it was coming out in 2022, and honestly I believe them at this point. It's crazy to me that they were working on Arceus and apparently this game all at the same time, but I mean, kudos. Obviously, we're going to kind of have to wait and see what happens with that. I do think it's going to end up coming out this year, but we're pretty stacked as far as Nintendo games go this year. We'll get into more of that here soon. Really quick, I did want to touch on how weird the NPCs and the two protagonists look in this game. Maybe it's just me, but they totally like changed the design for the Pokemon trainers, and there's like almost an uncanny valley thing going on. I don't know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way, I gotta say. Especially the male character, like, just looks weird to me. Like, there's something off about that, right? That's not just me. It reminds me a lot of that new Switch sports game that's coming out soon, and they changed all the Miis to be like these weird, like, children, like, avatar things now, and I don't know. I don't like that. Call me old. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm getting old now, but I don't know, there's just something about that is just weird looking to me. I thought Pokemon looked fine as was, you know? They had already changed the art style a little while ago, and I guess they just wanted to, you know, look even prettier and even more pristine, so I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. That being said, the new starters look fantastic. In fact, I think they're probably some of my favorite bunch in the last while. You got your grass cat, he's Sprigatito. You got a fire crocodile, Fuecoco, and a water duckling, Quaxley. I definitely am team Fuecoco here. I'm all about a freaking fire crocodile. That sounds awesome. I'm a pretty big Totodile fan, so I think this is gonna kind of fall in line pretty hard with what I'm already expecting out of my Pokemon starter. Also, I'm a pretty big fan of Quaxley, I gotta say. Sprigatito looks maybe a little bit generic as opposed to the other two, but Quaxley looks fucking awesome. What a dorky looking Pokemon. And last but not least, we gotta talk about how stacked Nintendo is as far as releases go in 2022. What is up with this? So as far as like official release dates go, we know that Kirby and the Forgotten Land as well as Advance Wars 1 and 2 are going to be releasing this year. They have release dates and they are ready to go. Same with Triangle Strategy. That being said, we have so many Nintendo games that have been announced for 2022 but don't have official release dates yet, and not all of these can come out, right? On top of that, we also got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Splatoon 3, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Mario Strikers, Fire Emblem Warriors, Bayonetta 3. We got lots of threes going on in the year 2022. I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, my point is, not all these games can come out this year, right? And if they do, that would be insanely impressive as a publisher. Oh my god. That would be 9 games on top of the games that have already come out this year, and those are just like the big releases I'm talking about here. Those aren't even like some of the smaller ones. Nintendo is straight stacked this year. And obviously, this points to one big thing here, and that is, will Breath of the Wild 2 be coming out this year? As a betting man, I would say no. I think especially now, seeing this huge launch lineup for this year and knowing that not all these games can come out and some of them have to, there's just no fucking way that we're gonna see Breath of the Wild 2 come out this year. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. And hey, I'll totally eat my words if this ends up coming out later this year. We can think of some sort of punishment if you want, but I almost guarantee you this is gonna be a early spring of next year game. Anyway, that's about all the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet news I got for you guys today. Unfortunately, they only had that one trailer, and that was about all they showed for the game. Unfortunately, all they had was that one trailer and the website, so there really wasn't like a lot to go look into quite yet. But I almost guarantee we're gonna see another one of these Pokemon Presents here really soon now, and kind of going through a lot more of like what we're gonna be looking at with this game, and kind of maybe some of the, you know, other areas you're gonna be exploring, some of the special mechanics. Like I said, I imagine they might end up doing something like Mega Evolutions or something like that. I'll of course keep you guys updated with any more Pokemon news I get, as well as the release date of all these Nintendo games coming out this year. Definitely excited to see kind of what ends up coming out on top and what needs to get pushed back. Anyway, I'm Brandon. This was the Game Corner episode on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Remember, if you like what I do, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a kick-ass week.